Alright, so for this video I want to cover one of the fundamentals of the age of a particular project. Now, avoiding old dino coins is one of the most important rules for maximizing your returns in bull runs. Okay, one of the most important things you'll ever do is avoiding projects like Mana, so Decentraland, Curve, Litecoin, Cardano, Ripple, etc., etc. These coins are a must avoid. Okay, and I'm going to get into in this video why you must avoid these. And there is a particular subset of coins which you should be focusing your attention on, and we're going to be covering what these projects are as well. So to understand why new coins are better than old coins, and to understand why you need to avoid, in particular, these like dinosaur coins, right? The ones that just never, that seem to never go up much in a bull run. The reason why you need to avoid them, and to understand why you need to avoid them, I want to sort of take you through a step-by-step journey of what it looks like when a coin launches and what it looks like when a coin dies, right? From day one to the end, just to show you the process that probably like 99% of the market goes through on that journey of a new coin, getting all the hype to becoming an old coin and no one gives a fuck about it anymore. So step number one of a new project is obviously it's coin launches, right? Everyone has the token, the project's new, there's a lot of big promises about what they want to do and all the things they want to achieve, and because it's new, everyone believes them, right? If you say, I'm going to do this, 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 and this, and you've just said that you're going to do it, and it looks like you have a chance of doing it, people are going to believe you, and they're going to hold you to that. But the biggest problem is all of these big goals and dreams that projects set, they never end up achieving it. But let's get to the next step. So the new coin launches with huge promises. The team are super excited to build stuff and get rich from building stuff, right? So the team generally, before they've launched the coin, aren't as wealthy as they want to be, right? And the goal of launching the coin is to become super wealthy. Now, keep in mind, most people are motivated by money until they get enough money where it doesn't motivate them anymore. And then from that point, most people end up dropping off. Now, let me shut this quickly. Bit noisy out there. So most people, right, they're motivated by money, but when they get the money, they lose the motivation. So when teams first build the project, they're really excited and motivated because they're not rich yet. But when they get rich, that's when they drop off. So, you know, this is the start of the project. Next up, the community is new. They're happy. They're excited. It's a new coin. Everyone's like, wow, this thing's new. Like, I'm here at the ground floor. This thing's going to go to the moon. So the first 3 to 12 months of the coin are generally the best period of the coin's life because it's all fresh, new, and exciting. New sector, probably new technology, potentially new team, new community, new ideas. You know, it's a new chart. There's no prior price action. Everything's new. And so the first 12 months, price sees amazing upside. Generally, most coins launch in the bull run, right? So generally, the coins, when they first launch, they have the most upside performance. And, you know, most people, when the project's new in the first 12 months, are in a profit, right? Look at these new coins, for example. C, let's get rid of this. C, you can see it's launched in August. All the holders are now in a profit, right? Another example would be Tier. This one launched recently. You can see everyone's in a profit. Literally, it's like, what, a month old? A month or two? And it's already, you know, gone up a lot. Another one would be Tau, BitTenza. New coin, you can see it's up a lot from its bottom. It did go sideways for quite a while, but you can see it's up a lot now. And that one came out in April, so that's about 6 months ago because it's December now. And yeah, like this is where the first 12 months, as you can see with all these projects, is where they see the best performance. And after 12 months has passed, the team is basically expected to have fulfilled promises, right? When you said when you launched a project, we're going to have this done, and we're going to launch this crazy thing, and we're going to have all these users, and we're going to beat this project, blah, blah, blah. If you don't do it in the first 12 months, or at least show signs of doing it, the community is going to begin to become concerned and a little bit, you know, disappointed and maybe as well angry about what's happening. And the market may shift bearish, right? Which adds further challenges onto the continued growth of the project, right? Most teams, 99% of teams, say something big like here. Up here, they're going to do this, and they only ever deliver this. And after 12 months, that's when people begin to realize this. Oh shit, maybe this team isn't as good as we thought. It's been a year. I've been holding this for 8 months. Nothing's changed. And there's all these new projects popping up. Why do I hold this thing? Right? And also after 12 months, give or take, the VCs, the founders, the team, they're all beginning to get their tokens unlocked, right? So let's say the VCs have a bunch of money in fucking some coin, right? And in the coin, and they are locked up for 6 months, and they can't get any money out of the project in the form of tokens for 6 months after the token comes out, right? They might have millions of dollars on paper, but it's locked up, so they're not actually rich yet. But once they start to get unlocked, that's when they begin to actually feel the wealth effect of the coin that they've launched, right? And look at Arbitrum, for example. This is the Arbitrum unlock schedule. So Arbitrum's worth hundreds of millions of dollars, right? When the project came out, you can see very minimal uptick in the value of, it's not the value, the amount of supply released. And then on this date, on I think it's the 1st of January, it might be 1st of January, it pumps like this. It goes ballistic, right? And you can see here later in March, the supply goes up here as well. This is different groups of the supply. But you can see that it's December now. You can see that it's December now, and there's a big unlock coming here. That is where a lot of the insiders are going to actually realize their wealth, right? Right now, all the Arbitrum holders are probably in a big profit from the VC round that they got in, or the team's token allocation, whatever it is, but they haven't been able to realize that profit because they've been locked up. So yeah, maybe you're a multimillionaire on paper, but you can't feel the effects of that until you actually get the money. And that's the problem. After 6-12 months, these founders, team, VCs get their coins unlocked. Now they're rich. They can feel it. And then they get less motivated, a lot of them, because once they get the money, what they do is they sell the tokens to buy mansions, supercars, and, achieve their financial freedom. You can see here, Curve, one of the worst performing tokens in crypto. Right? Terrible performer. Let's look at the weekly. It's just absolutely horrendous. Look, it's only up 50% from the bottom. How terrible is that? The Curve founder has sold tens of millions of dollars of the Curve token to be able to fund his mansion. 42 mansions, in Australia worth about $40 million. Okay? How did he fund this? Well, he was just selling the Curve tokens that got unlocked to him over time. Okay. Now that he's got his financial freedom, he's probably got a family, kids, everyone's happy, he's got his dream life. Why the fuck does he need to keep making his holders rich? He doesn't, because he's got away with it, right? He's bought himself 2 mansions worth $40 million and he hasn't gone to jail, and maybe the community sort of hates on him a bit, but he's built what he was supposed to build. He doesn't care anymore. Now, after this point, they see the founders super rich. They see that the founders probably getting less motivated. The things that they want built aren't getting built at the same standard they were expecting. And the community starts to get skeptical, and that the team's not going to fulfill its promises. And the early holders start nagging the team, asking, when's the token going to go up? When are you going to make me rich? What happened? Did the team brag? All this shit, right? And over time, the team builds resentment for its community. At the start of the project, the community gave them excitement and joy, but now it's moving towards resentment. And this happens more and more as the token price falls from the insiders selling, the bearish backdrop, maybe the market goes bearish as well, and the early holders, taking profit. So the ones that got in early take profit. The market's bearish maybe, so that actually, has a negative impact on the price. And the insiders, the VCs, whoever, are now selling the tokens as well because they're now getting unlocked. So you can see that the supply and demand dynamics are getting a lot worse. And the community might have been a cult at one point, but it's losing its strength because the core marketers, its holders, aren't promoting it as strongly because nothing's that they wanted to be built has been built at the same standard that they were expecting. And they end up moving from this cult to the next cult, right? They're a part of this cult community for as long as it makes them want to be a part of it. And when it starts to show signs that it's not the best community, they're going to go find the next one. And over time, the coin slowly fades into oblivion with a small, not super committed group of bag holders remain, and they pray basically for a bull run to exit their bags. And that's what you see with coins like Curve. No one really cares about it anymore. It goes up when the bull run happens because everything goes up. But there's just tons of bag holders, people who bought here, who were all once in profit and never sold, and now they just want to get out at break even. Okay. Here's some examples of coins that do really terribly over the, once they've had their first cycle. So you can see here Litecoin against Ethereum, terrible. It's been underperforming Ethereum for years. Cardano, same thing, right? It has periods where it pumps, but ultimately it just ends up, dying back down here.